Hello students, how are you all? This is Neeta Choksi and today we are going to start with the first chapter of English of 9th standard, The Fun They Had by Isaac Asimov. Isaac Asimov, he was an American writer and professor of biochemistry at Boston University. He was known for his work of science fiction and popular science, that is the development of science and technology. He was a prolific writer. Prolific writer means a person who writes large number of work or books which is valuable. He has written more than 500 books and an estimated 90,000 letters and postcards. He was the founder of robot ethics. Robot ethics means a study which is related to the behavior of robots. And one of the world's most prolific authors of fiction. Okay, now see children, before starting this chapter, I'll give you a brief summary about this chapter. This story is based on author's prediction about future education. This story is set in future when books and schools as we have now perhaps will not exist. It is about computerized homeschooling education which would be monotonous and boring. Many children are unhappy with going to school and do not appreciate the opportunity they have for them. Now see children, as we will go through this chapter, you will realize how lucky you are with the present education. See, The Fun They Had by Isaac Asimov. It is a science fiction, means it is a whole story. It is based on, it is a plot showing a development of science and technology. How the development of science and technology has helped in education. It tells the story of two young children named Tommy and Margie who lives in the year 2157. They have shown the future condition of students where children get an education through computers at their home. One day they came through a printed book and saw the text written about the school that existed hundred of years ago. When they went through the text reading for a while, they were greatly surprised, as they were living in the age of e-education. That means they were learning on computers. They were completely unaware about the printed notebooks. For the first time they came across such kind of printed books, and so they were greatly surprised on looking this printed book. Okay children, now we'll start with the chapter. See, the story we shall read is set in the future when books and schools as we know them will perhaps not exist. How will children study then? The diagram below may give you some ideas. Now, a small diagram, 4 pictures are given which will show how future education will be done without the textbooks or human teachers. In first picture, you all can see children, a boy is learning on computer all by himself. Second picture is of virtual classroom. Virtual classroom means education which you all get through computers. There are no human teachers. Third is robotic teacher. See, instead of human teacher, a robotic teacher is appointed. This kind of robotic teacher, they explain you as they are pre-programmed. That means no extra discussions can be done with the robotic teacher. This will done in future. This will be the condition in future of education. And the fourth diagram, it is of moving e-text. That means each and every textbook and each and every chapter, whole syllabus, it is in this computer in a single screen. There will be no textbook available in future. Okay, now we shall start with the chapter. First I'll read paragraph and then I'll explain you the whole paragraph. First paragraph. Margie even wrote about it that night in her diary. On the page headed 17th May 2157, she wrote, "Today Tommy found a real book. It was a very old book. Margie's grandfather once said that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. They turned the pages, which were yellow and crinkly, and it was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen. And then when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it that it had when they read it the first time." Now see children, I'll explain y'all. Margie, she is the main character of the story. She is a girl of 11 years of age. She writes a diary at night on 17th May 2157. That is, see children, we are living in 2020. As told earlier, the story is set in the future and it is set in the year 2157. So almost 1.5 century, that is nearly 142 years from now. At that time, Margie writes an entry in her diary and she writes that Tommy found a real book. Why it is known as real book? Because as they are in future, they only used computers and laptop for learning. They don't have any kind of textbook, and so here the word real book is used. And she is feeling so strange because in her times real books do not exist. They only have e-books as shown on computer screen. So books in the format of print on paper are extinct, and so Margie, she is astonished to see a real book. Now Margie is reminded of her grandfather. He told her that his grandfather studied all the books that were printed on paper. So this is kind of a book, historical or ancient for them, something which they cannot believe or imagine. Margie is talking about the book that Tommy had found. She said that the pages of the book had turned yellow and they had been crushed. Why they are yellow and crushed? Because they were very old. The children found it very funny to read the words which stood still as the words were printed. See children, the words they stood still. Why? Because on computer the screen is constantly moving and they are not, once the word has it passes, they are not able to see the same word again. And so here this sentence is used, the words which stood still as the words were printed. As they are not in computer and they are printed, they are still, and it was not an computer which kept sliding or moving. On the other hand, the books that Margie and Tommy read were online, in which the text keep on moving and your screens also keeps on moving, but it was different in the books printed on paper. Now we'll go through another paragraph. "Gee," said Tommy, "what a waste. When you are through with the book, you just throw it away. I guess our television screen must have had 1,000,000 books on it, and it's good for plenty more. I wouldn't throw it away." "Same with mine," said Margie. She was 11 and hadn't seen as many telebooks as Tommy had. He was 13. She said, "Where did you find it?" "In my house," he pointed without looking because he was busy reading. "In the attic." Attic means a space just below the roof used as a storeroom. "What's it about?" "School." Okay, now I'll explain. Tommy, he calls a printed textbook as a real waste. It is a waste because once it is read, it is of no use. Whereas the television screen, it has a capacity of storing 1,000,000 books on it, and one does not have to throw it away after using one time. Margie also has the same opinion, but at the same time she is curious to know what the book is about. Now Tommy tells her that the books, it is about the school. The book he found out, it is about the school. Third paragraph, Margie was scornful. Scornful means feeling that a person or a thing is worthless or beneath consideration, we can say. Margie was scornful. School? What's there to write about school? I hate school. Margie always hated school, but now she hated it more than ever. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. See children, Margie gave an annoying expression as she hated the school more than ever because her mechanical teacher, she had been giving her test after test in geography and she was not able to perform well in test. She was doing worse and worse. Her mother sends for the county inspector. Now see children, who is a county inspector? A county inspector is one who repairs a mechanical teacher, that is computer, and sets it to properly according to the IQ of children. Fourth paragraph. He was a round little man with a red face and a whole box of tools with dials and wires. He smiled at Margie and gave her an apple, then took the teacher apart. Margie had hoped he wouldn't know how to put it together again, but he knew how all right, and after an hour or so, there it was again, large and black and ugly, with a big screen on which all the lessons were shown and the questions were asked. That wasn't so bad, the part Margie hated. Most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. She always had to write them out in a punch code they made her learn when she was 6 years old, and the mechanical teacher calculated the marks in no time. Now see children, in this paragraph the physical appearance of a county inspector is given. He was here it is written, he was round. It means he was short in height and was fat with reddish skin. He was very friendly by nature. He gave Margie an apple so that she could eat while he repaired the computer teacher. Margie thought that he might not be so good at assembling, or we can say repairing the screen after it is opened. But when he sets it right within an hour, it only increases Margie's disappointment, because she hated the slot where she had to put homework and test paper. She had to write in punch code, which she was taught at a very early age of 6 years. And as soon as she punched the code, in no time the computer teacher calculated the marks and presented before her the marks, which annoyed her the most, as she was not doing well in the test. Now fifth paragraph. The inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Margie's head. He said to her mother, "It's not the little girl's fault. Mrs. Jones, I think the geography sector was geared a little too quick. Those things happen sometimes. I have slowed it up to an average 10-year level. Actually, the overall pattern of her progress is quite satisfactory." And he patted Margie's head again. Margie was disappointed. She had been hoping that they would take the teacher away altogether. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for a nearly month because the history sector had blanked out completely. So she said to Tommy, "Why would anyone write about school?" Okay, now see, the county inspector, he patted Margie's head and explained her mother that it was not at all Margie's fault, but the geography sector, which was in the computer or a part of the mechanical teacher, was geared a little too quick. That means it was too fast. It was for the higher level, that is about 10 years children. But now he has slowed down to an average of 10 years level. That would which is quietly appropriate with the age of Margie, and assures Margie and her mother that there will be no problem further. Margie, she was disappointed on hearing this because she thought that they would take the computer teacher away for a few days as they had done before, when Tommy's history sector was blanked out completely and he was enjoying his time as he had no computer teacher, no one to command. 6th paragraph. Tommy looked at her with superior eyes because it's not our kind of school. Stupid, this is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. He added loftily, that is in a superior way, pronouncing the word carefully, centuries ago. Margie was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago. She read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, anyway, they had a teacher. Sure, they had a teacher, but it wasn't a regular teacher. It was a man. A man? How could a man be a teacher? Well, he just told the boys and girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. Okay, now see children, Margie, she was very eager to know about the school that existed in the past. Tommy explains to her that the school was not the school as they have today. That is the old kind of school that they had centuries ago. The students had a human teacher who taught them and gave them homework and also asked them questions. And they were emotionally attached with the students. They were not monotonous or boring. A man isn't smart enough. Sure, he is. My father knows as much as my teacher. He knows almost as much, I betcha. Margie wasn't prepared to dispute that. She said, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. Tommy screamed with laughter. You don't know much, Margie. The teachers didn't live in the house. They had a special building and all the kids went there. And all the kids learned the same thing. And all the kids learned the same thing? Sure, if they were the same age. Now see children, Margie, she argues that a man cannot be smart enough as a mechanical teacher. Tommy asked Margie not to underestimate a human teacher. And he replies back that surely he is smart and compares his father's intelligence with his mechanical teacher, that is with computer teacher. Then Margie disagreed with Tommy, saying that she would not be comfortable with a strange man in her house for teaching. She seems to be in an awkward situation over here. Tommy laughed at her and he explains her that the teacher, they didn't live in the house. They had a special building and all the kids, they went there for getting education. And those kids who were of the same age, they learned the same thing. 8th paragraph. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl. It teaches and that each kid has to be taught differently. Just the same they didn't do it. That way then, if you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. I didn't say I didn't like it, Margie said quickly. She wanted to read about those funny schools. They weren't even half finished when Margie's mother called Margie, school. Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. Now, said Mrs. Jones, and it's probably time for Tommy too. Margie said to Tommy, Can I read the book some more with you after school? Okay, now see, children. Tommy could bet he kept a bet on it that the human teacher knew as much as a mechanical teacher did. Margie says that according to her mother, the machine had to be turned to the level of each boy or a girl who was studying from it. So each child had to be taught separately depending on their IQ level. Then Tommy replied that in the past they did not do it that way. He got frustrated at Maggie and said that she need not to read the book. Margie said that she was interested in the book and she was curious to know that what kind of school were there in the past, and she felt that it was fun and it was amazing to read such books. Margie had read just half of the book when her mother called, as it was the time for her to attend the virtual school. Her school was just in the next room, that is next to her bedroom. She said to her mother that she is not yet ready to attend the school. She'll come after some time. But again Margie's mother called Tommy and told that it is time for Tommy's school also. And so now Margie wanted to continue reading the book as she was interested and curious to know about the school. So she asked Tommy that if she could read the book after school with him. Paragraph 9. Maybe, he said nonchalantly. He walked away whistling, the dusty old book tucked beneath his arm. Margie went into the schoolroom. It was right next to her bedroom, and the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. It was always on at the same time every day except Saturday and Sunday. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen. See, because her mother said little girls learn better if they learn at regular hours. The screen was lit up and it said, Today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. Okay, now see, children. Tommy, he tried to ignore Margie and said carelessly that maybe she could read it if she wants to read the book after school. Tommy was feeling very great because Margie was interested in reading the book. He placed the book under his arm and went off to his home to attend his school hours. Margie also went in her virtual classes she had next to her bedroom. She had her machine teacher waiting for her. Margie studied all the days except Saturday and Sunday from his mechanical teacher. Because, see children, here Margie's mother, she was very particular about her studies, and so she advised Margie that she would be able to learn better if she would study every day at the same time. That is, studying in a proper schedule will make her a better and a disciplined person with a good knowledge. Margie sat in front of the machine similar to a computer, and the machine was turned on. Now the computer machine, it instructed Margie that today they were going to learn arithmetic, and the topic was addition of proper fractions. Further, it instructed her to insert the homework of the previous day in the slot so that they can proceed further with the next chapter in arithmetic. Now 10th paragraph. Margie did so with a sigh. She was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. All the kids from the whole neighborhood came, laughing and shouting in the schoolyard, sitting together in the school room, going home together at the end of the day. They learned the same things, so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. And the teachers were people. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen. When we add fraction, half and 1/4, Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. Now see children, Margie found this kind of teaching. Which kind of teaching? Computer mechanical learning, mechanical teaching so dull and boring that she did not enjoy this kind of learning. There was no fun in her classroom. Margie is thinking of the story told by her grandfather, that how they used to go to school when he was a little boy, how they sat together, laughed and shouted and enjoyed in school hours. She got curious about it and wants to go to school. Instead of learning on computer screen, she wants to attend the school and enjoy all these things with her classmates. See children, here the writer wants to show us the importance of our school life. Many times children gets bored of going to school, but if you don't have a school, you won't be able to meet your friends and your life would be very dull and boring. So children, just try to appreciate with what you have today and thank God for giving you a blessed life. Now moving further, Margie, she feels that school is so much fun. Children, they get together, they study, they discuss on the topic given, and as they get the same homework, they are able to discuss on the same topic and share their knowledge. In this way, all the students, they become friends and study in a fun way. She found it very strange that the teachers were not at all machines, but they were humans with whom they can interact, they can communicate, they can share their knowledge, ideas, feelings, everything. As Margie had inserted her homework, the machine started with the lesson. There was no pause, no time for fun, no time for chatting, no time for interacting with friends, nothing doing. The author ends the story with the title of the chapter, The Fun They Had. Margie is just thinking about the kids of the past who went to school and enjoyed their studies along with the other children. Now see children, this is the end of your chapter. Here the writer, he tries to convey a message. The story which is based on the future education. The writer, he is trying to deal with the threatening plot of the future education, which will become computerized and which will leave social interactions far behind them. The author's message is one of warning against the dangers of computerized homeschooling, which will deprive children of the benefit of the personal interactions between students and teacher, which help them develop their social skills. Thank you children. See, if you like my explanation, kindly share, like and subscribe. Thank you.